Okay, this video goes with the worksheet on the tangent ratio, which is our section 9596. And so let's see what we got with this. So tangent is opposite over adjacent. If you know where the angle's at, the hypotenuse is always opposite the right angle. The opposite side is the side other than the hypotenuse that doesn't, well, it's a side that doesn't make up the angle, and the adjacent side is a side other than the hypotenuse that is part of the angle. So you can find the adjacent side pretty easily after you rule out the hypotenuse, which is easy to find because it's opposite the right angle. The other two sides are either adjacent or opposite. The adjacent side is part of the angle. The opposite side is the side opposite the triangle. So let's see what we got. So we want to just write the ratios that go with these. Most of these are probably most likely tangents. We want to do tan x and tan y. So here's angle x. Here's the hypotenuse. The adjacent side to x is the 9. The opposite side is the 40. So tan x equals 9 over 40. Equals opposite over adjacent equals 40 over 9. Be careful you don't get those backwards. Tan y, now we're using this angle over here as our y angle. Again, this is still the hypotenuse. The opposite side to the y is the 9, and the adjacent is the 40. So tan y equals 9 over 40. Okay, let's look at number 3. Number 2 you need to do on your own. Let's look at number 3. Angle x. Again, now find the hypotenuse. 4 is the hypotenuse. Angle x is here. Opposite side is 2. Adjacent side is 2 root 3. So we have tan x equals opposite, which is 2 over 2 root 3. When we simplify, we get 1 over root 3. We have to rationalize it. We get root 3 over 3. Tan y. Now we're using y as our angle. This is still the hypotenuse. Opposite side is 2 root 3. Adjacent side is 2. So we get 2 root 3 over 2, which simplifies to just root 3. Okay, we'll leave number 4 for you to do. Email me if you have any questions on those. Let's move down. Now for this one, I want to use the table. And let's see, we're doing the odds, right? Okay, so let's do number 5. We want the tangent of 15 degrees. So I'm going to go to the table, to the tangent column, which is third column over, down to 15 degrees. I get 0.2679. Now, if you did this on the calculator, you could hit the tangent key, and you might get that if you're doing like the TI-84, and you put 15 in, hit enter, and it should give you the decimal out. First, make sure that your calculator is set for degree mode, or you'll get different numbers. If you have an older calculator, you might have to put the 0.2679 in and then hit, no, you might have to put the 15 in and then hit the tangent key, and it might give you the 2679 decimal. Let's look at number 7, tangent of 82. Using the table, we go to the third column, down to 82 degrees, and that's 7.1154. So if you're using a calculator, make sure that your calculator gives you tangent of 82 is 7.1154, or also practice using the table. Okay, for number 9, we want to do what we call inverse tangent. We want to look up the angle that goes with the decimal 1.5399. So I use the table, and I'm looking for 1.5399, and that goes with 57 degrees. Now, if you're using the calculator on this, you would use tangent minus 1, which is like the shifted or the second tangent button, and it gives you that, and then you would put the decimal in, hit enter, and it should give you 57 degrees out. And this works on like the TI graphing calculators, like the TI-84s. The other one, you might have to have the decimal in already, like for the older ones, TI-34s, you probably have to have the decimal in there, and then you would do inverse tangent or second tangent, and it would give you 57 degrees out right away. Okay, you should do number 10, number 6, and number 8 on your own. Like so, now this back side of the page is actually on one of the other pages in our packet. We're looking at number 11. So we're looking here at number 11. We want to find x to the nearest tenth. We've got 37 degrees as our angle. We have an opposite, which is, here's the hypotenuse, opposite the right angle. This is an opposite side. This is an adjacent side. Tangent is opposite over adjacent. So we have tan 37 is equal to opposite, which is x, over 25. To get x by itself, we multiply both sides by 25. So 25 times the tangent of 37 is going to be x. And I'll leave that for you to work out. If you want credit for this, you need to work this out, and you want to round to 1 decimal place. Number 12 you need to do on your own. Same with number 14. Let's look at number 13. Here's our angle. Here's the hypotenuse. This is the adjacent side. This is the opposite side. We have tangent 51 is equal to opposite, which is 12 over x. With this version, with x in the denominator, it takes 2 steps. Multiply both sides by x and then divide by tangent of 51. We get x is equal to 12 divided by tangent 51. So either using the table or your calculator, you need to find that answer and round it to 1 decimal place. Let's move on. Okay, these last ones, 16 and 18, you need to do if you want full credit for these. We're going to find the angle that goes with 5 over 31. Again, there's the hypotenuse. 5 is opposite. 31 is adjacent. Tangent y equals opposite, which is 5, over adjacent, which is 31. So I need to do tan minus 1 of whatever decimal comes out to be 5 divided by 31. And that should give me the angle in degrees. And we want to round it to the nearest whole degree. So no decimal degrees. I'll leave that for you to complete. Number 17. Let's see. We got 17 is the hypotenuse. Opposite is x, and adjacent is 8. So we have tan y equals opposite, which is x, over adjacent, which is 8. To get x by itself, we have to multiply both sides by 8. So 8 goof that one up. Hypotenuse, okay, notice here, this is they're giving us the hypotenuse, and they're giving us an adjacent side. We can't really do this problem as a tangent because we've got an x and a y involved. I didn't see that at first. So this actually, even though same with the tangent problems, this actually needs to be a cosine problem because 8 is an adjacent side and 17 is a hypotenuse, and those are the two numbers that we're dealing with on this one. So this is really cosine. This is the tangent ratio, but it can't be taken any further than this, other than 8 tan y is equal to x. But without knowing x or y, we can't do anything else. But this is going to be cosine y is equal to the adjacent, which is 8, over the hypotenuse, which is 17. So cosine minus 1 of whatever the decimal of 8 divided by 17 is going to end up being our angle measure, and we need to round that off to the nearest degree. So I'll leave that for you to finish up also.